All right, welcome back to the Twitchy Theologian. I'm your host, the Twitchy Theologian, aka Family Dollar James White, aka the Paladin Calvinist. And we're coming, well, I was going to say coming live, but we're not coming live. We're actually recording this and uploading it later from Morganton, North Carolina, the land of the liver mush. And it's real comfortable around here right now. And I would love a 1689 cigar. Speaking of 1689 cigars, we're going to have Chance on here in a moment to talk about himself, his ministry, and of course the cigars representing. Before I do that, though, I want to remind you that this is brought to you by Snake Crusher Beard Oil. The only thing more sinful than debating Chance on meme coins versus Bitcoins is not taking care of your beard. And so you need to run on over to snakecrusherproducts.online, get you some beard oil, rub it on in there, and look good and beautiful and attractive, just like I do. Trust me, your lady's going to love it. It's got that fresh tobacco smell. Use promo code Twitchy for 15% off. Now, time to introduce my homeboy, Chance. And guys, I better see some nice comments. What's up, bro? How you doing?
What's up, man? Did you hear my smoke alarm go off right there?
No, I didn't.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I had you in the background.
Yeah.
You smoking cigars right now, or you cooking food?
Well, my wife's trying to burn down the house, apparently.
Hey, that's what happens when I make liver mush around here. The smoke it starts flying, and the alarms start going off.
What is liver mush? What is this?
This is blasphemy that you're asking this question. That's what. Nah, it's basically imagine all the parts of the pig that you probably wouldn't want mashed together into a slab. So basically, it's like liverwurst. Have you ever heard of that?
I've heard of it, but I'm
or like liver pudding.
Ooh, that sounds very bad.
It's actually delightful. It's the greatest thing known to man. I'm telling you, I have a special insight on what the manna from heaven was, because I am pretty sure that it was liver mush and came straight from Marion, North Carolina, and was Hunter's liver mush.
Well, I'll take your word for it.
So, if you don't mind, could you go ahead and tell the audience a little bit about yourself, about the things that you're doing right now, and then we can get into some questions after that.
Yeah, I'm the CEO of 1689 Cigars. I'm the majority owner of 1689 Ventures, and we sell cigars, nicotine pouches, body armor. We have a limited run AR that's not purchased through us, but through a contractor that we contracted out in Phoenix. And we've pretty much just did e-commerce for the last 3 years and started out with cigars, and we've moved into a lot of different spaces. Last couple weeks, I decided to start a meme coin that I didn't really think was going to generate as much publicity or pushback as it did. And I think that's why I'm on here tonight.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of the pushback, and you recently had, like, what, a couple hours ago, right? You just had a debate. How do you feel about that? I haven't watched it yet, but I will watch it.
I really don't have too strong of an opinion on the debate. It's more of I think it was from an emotional standpoint for most of the time. Jordan was bringing out the hypotheticals, the what ifs. This could happen. They could get rugged. You could get hurt for being a part of this project, which is the same hypothetical for every project or anything that you put your money or time in.
Yeah, that's a good point. Any investment that we have, or any business that we undertake in, there's a level of risk involved. Before I go there, is my video looking all right? Because I keep getting this little connection unstable at the top left hand corner. Am I laggy?
No, you're not laggy at all. Looking good.
Okay, praise God. Shut up, computer. All right. So speaking of risk, let's just start with the meme coin. I recently got in, and I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. My money like tripled immediately, like within a week. My money tripled. Um, so for someone looking to get into it, could you maybe inform someone about the risks, about the benefits, about some things that you have in the works that maybe another pro for purchasing it, you know.
Yeah, I would say that's not normative for money to triple in a week. In the meme coin world, it is, but you can't guarantee any kind of actual monetary profit with a meme coin because it's not considered a security. So the risk is whatever you're willing to lose is what you would put into a meme coin, and most of the time people just pump and dump meme coins, which is ethically not good. And so what we did was we gathered a group of Christian men together and basically started a meme coin. To be honest, I started the meme coin in my cigar lounge, sitting in my cigar chair, smoking a 1689 cigar. And I thought, oh, this would be cool. And I did it. And then it got a lot of traction overnight. People started sharing it. And then they started purchasing the digital art. And then obviously assets grow. There are certain manageable risks like liquidity. So like right now, I think there's like 43 million, there are 43,000 in liquidity in 1689 coins. So if you have more than $100,000 in it, you can only pull out $43,000. But that would change as time progresses and as the coin builds and goes on. So,
All right, yeah, I appreciate that, and I appreciate you letting people know, especially those who are uninformed, about the volatile nature of meme coins. Well, cryptocurrency in general is fairly volatile unless you're getting on like a Bitcoin or something. But most meme coins are going to be very volatile. For instance, I got into Dogecoin back when it was like less than a cent. Then when it went up to like 5 cents, I was like, yo, selling now. My wife was like, no, I'm holding. And she held till it got to like 25. And she's like, you should have held. I'm like, look, I was getting out ahead while I could get out ahead. Uh, so I appreciate that. And I also appreciate it because like I've seen a lot of comments on Facebook basically calling you a Judas and all kinds of other goofy bull crap. Um, and so like you're not out here suggesting dudes to like throw their life savings into it. You know, you're giving people you're letting people know the benefits and the risks. So I appreciate that.
yeah, I mean, I would even go as far as to tell people don't buy a 1689 coin. I don't know if you've seen some of that marketing.
Yeah, actually I have. There's been a lot of times I've seen memes like, hey, just don't buy it. It's fine. Don't.
Yeah. I just don't buy it. That's all right.
Yeah.
Don't buy it. So,
So I wanted to ask you a little more. Like I was interested in that, but I really wanted to ask you, like, could you tell us the story behind 1689 cigars? Like, where did this all begin for you?
well, this used to be our living room until we converted our old bedroom into a living room over there. And I was sitting here and I had about 100 cigars and about $800. I thought, I'm going to start my own cigar company. And that's what I did. And then it grew to a national brand over the last 3 years. We sell a lot of cigars. People smoke a lot of them, and it's pretty cool.
Nice, yeah. And I'll tell you, I've really enjoyed them. The one thing that really got me wanting to enjoy them was the fact that when you buy 1689 cigars, some of that money is used for a church plant in Nicaragua. And
Yeah.
that was the thing that really got me in there. I'm like, yo, I can smoke cigars and grow the kingdom. Bet.
Yeah. Yeah. And so to be clear, that's the reform cigars, which we're currently out of stock. Anything that's like the confessional line and things like that, it does support Ian and I as we're elders of our local church. So it does support a local church pastor here in Clarksville.
Yeah. Nice.
So,
Okay. So I don't know. There's a lot of ignorant people out there. I know, but maybe they don't know why 1689.
we just went off the historical Baptist confession. That was our goal. And a lot of cigars end up having numbers associated with them. So I figured if we were to associate a number, it could be our lore or our backstory. And so we did 1689, we have 1646, and we have 1517 for the Savoy Declaration. So there's a lot of different cigar culture where numbers mean everything, and this is one of them.
Nice, and I appreciate that, and I love the 1646 because, as you can see, this is the way. The Ref Tunes dude made that shirt. Paul Cox recently had him on the channel, and that was a very enjoyable interview. Let's see. So, what has surprised you most so far in this venture? Whether like challenges, unexpected blessings, what's like surprised you the most about starting a business, particularly the cigar business?
I would say what surprised me the most is how bad Christians are at business, and then how untrustworthy they have been through this process of fulfilling things. So I think the big thing for me is no longer doing handshake deals with people, entering into contracts, actually having stuff on paper. So I've learned that we live in a day and age where your word's not your bond anymore. If I shake your hand and I say I'm going to do something, I do it, even if it's at the detriment of myself. But that is not the normative culture in the business world, and it's a shame that it's not the normative culture in the Christian business world. So I mean, that's been a hard lesson to learn. Outside of that, the blessing side of it would be, we get to smoke stogies, hang out, share the gospel. There's people who come to the cigar lounge all the time, have a great time. They know we're pastors, and they come back and they get counsel. They get to hear the gospel. We have a Bible study every Wednesday at the cigar lounge. There's about 20 guys that show up. It's a blast. They get to hear the gospel. They get to bring friends. And so it has organically grown, and we love that about it.
Nice. Yeah, and that is shocking to me. To hear your answer to that. Like, it's the dishonesty of the Christians. I'm like, whoa, really? But that's a good point. We need to be wise with the way that we do business deals. Like, we can't just trust any old person just because they name the name of Christ. And for those who are doing business and engaging in business, Matthew 5:37, let your yes be yes, be no. I think I don't know, maybe I quoted the wrong one, but
You quoted the Bible. You're good.
Yeah, I quoted the Bible. I might have had the wrong address, but I promise you, it's in there. It's in there.
Yeah, you quoted it. So yeah, I think that's been a big learning experience for me, and that if people aren't close to you and they're not your real homie, like there's no reason to even consider getting into business with them, even if they say they're a Christian, because a lot of times they see what you have going on and they just want your platform or they want your business, and so they're trying to snake their way in. And we learned that lesson very hard in January when we had a significant amount of the company potentially to be purchased. And then the guys basically ghosted us, pulled funds, and then put us in a ton of debt because they didn't honor what they said they were going to do. And so that's been the biggest struggle of this year. But by God's grace, by the end of the year, we'll recover from that, be out of that hole, and we'll have honored all of the commitments that we've said that we would honor.
Yeah, certainly. I pray that is the case. Us little guys, we're going to be supporting you however we can. Let's see. So whatever you do, do it to the glory of God. 1 Corinthians 10:31. How has that verse like shaped your approach to starting and running a cigar company?
Well, I mean, you can get poor quality cigars, you can get high quality cigars, and you can sell poor quality cigars for the same price as high quality cigars. So you had to make a distinction or a decision to produce things that are high quality and have a potential risk of having higher overcost or overhead for your cigars. So I mean, that's where we we focus our project is for the glory of God, and then all the things that we do is we want to do the highest quality possible, from our cigar bands to our cigar blends to our customer service, all the things that come down to being a good, viable economic or e-commerce store.
Hey, I want to say one thing about the customer service, man. I've had problems with y'all. No, I'm just playing. That's the one place where I can say that really is what got me on board. I was like, my package, I felt like it was taking too long, and I think I wrote an email or something, and you called me, and I'm like, yo, this is crazy. You don't normally have CEOs of companies calling you, and we've been interacting since then. And like you'll be like, hey man, this is going on sale, or hey man, we got these back in stock that you were requesting. And I appreciate that about you guys. That and when things have went awry, uh, y'all have been willing to take it on the chin. So for instance, the times where uh, the specifics better than I do. But when the shipping hadn't come in and people had orders, and y'all took it on the chin so that the customer would be satisfied. And maybe you could explain more about that, because I know I'm butchering it.
Yeah, well, I mean, Keith Falsky's cigars or cigar bands fell into the ocean somewhere, and they were on back order for, I don't know, like 6 months, because the cigar process or the cigar band process took a while. And so we just sent out cigars, and then when we got the bands in, we sent out some other ones. That's just how we had to mitigate that risk. The Trump's tariffs have really screwed up a lot of the importing, and it has not been a blessing for small business. And anybody who runs a small business will tell you that. It's like 90% of the products that come into the States are all imported, and so it's just it affected economics greatly, and it has been probably one of the worst decisions that could have been made. And so, there's a lot of stuff that comes with business that we sit back and we think, oh man, I wish I would have known that. Just like Dort right now, we're sitting and waiting for a shipment that was supposed to be here 2 months ago, and now it's 2 months late. And we finally got tracking. They finally found our package. It got stolen somewhere or something. That's what they said. I don't even know if that's the truth, but now it's moving. So I mean, business is all risk, and there's a lot of reward in it, but also taking care of your customers is a major part of the business world.
Yeah, and I appreciate that you guys do that. Y'all have taken good care of me. I'm not even, guys, like I'm a poor MDiv student, just so y'all know. And they look out for the cookout with me, who's spending like nickels and dimes, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm grateful for that. Is my daggum camera crooked? Come on, Duckworth, you're better than this. We're not professionals, people. Okay. I say that
Wow.
time and time again.
I'm eating pizza rolls on the pod, so I mean that shows you how professional this one is right now.
Well, I mean, you've seen my book. This does this look very professional to you? I mean, this looks borderline childish.
Looks great.
But it says not for resale here, just so everybody knows that does not come on the normal covers. But I'll say this: it was Phaeton Lowers gave me a review. He said this book made me become a Calvinist again. So it may be unprofessional, but Phaeton Lowers became a Calvinist again because of it. So boom, get wrecked.
There you go. Leighton Flowers now is going to cry.
So the Puritans often spoke of worldly callings, or it's like secular callings, as legitimate ways to serve God. How do you view 1689 Cigars as a part of your broader calling and ministry? I feel like you've answered that a little bit already, but
I mean, it's a sphere that I run in. So, I mean, as a Christian, obviously you're a Christian everywhere you go, not just a Christian on Sunday. And so it's the duty to operate godly everywhere you are. And so I would say that with 1689 Cigars, that's it. Just focusing on Christ and all that we do. I think it's like, I forget who said it, but all of Christ for all of life. and that means every aspect of life. That doesn't just mean your Sunday worship or your midweek worship, but everything you do.
Well, in the PCA, we go by the individual. We, as he who must not be named, who you just quoted there. It's Doug Wilson, I'm pretty sure.
Dougie
I
Fresh.
love Doug Wilson, but every time I mention Doug Wilson in a PCA circle, I at least have one or two dudes giving me dirty looks. I'm like, man, get out of here with that crap, man. I love Dougie Fresh. He let me use one of his quotes for my music video. He let me use a clip from one of his things too.
Yeah. I have no animosity with Moscow or Doug. Great people. I think Grace Agenda is going on this week.
Oh, really? See, I can't keep up, man. Trying to keep up with schoolwork and these 3 kids. It's hard to keep up with all the conferences going on. That's one thing I would like to do is actually attend more conferences and be able to network a little bit more. Basically, my network has consisted of bugging people on Facebook Messenger, and it's worked out. Keith Foskey's been on the channel, Jeremiah Nortier and James White, Leighton Flowers, the bigger name people have been on my channel, so it's worked out. But I think meeting people face to face, it'll be better.
Yeah. Go to FLF. It's here in Nashville, about 45 minutes from me.
Okay, when is that?
I think the end of September.
Okay. Yeah, dude, that's not that far away from me. So I'm definitely going to consider that. I'm going to a post-mill conference here soon in South Carolina. Ken Gentry is going to be speaking there, so I'm excited about that. Now, speaking of conferences, I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about this.
October 16th to the 18th. That's what it is.
Okay.
I was wrong.
October 16th to the 18th. Fight
Yeah.
Laugh Feast. So I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about this, but I was told that you're working on getting the meme coin to be used at conferences or accepted at conferences or something. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so it'll be accepted at Grace and Truth Conference coming up here at the end of the month. There's a few other conferences that it should be accepted at over time. And so Grace and Truth is just a test subject at this point.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, that's encouraging. And look, I'm going to go ahead and tell people, just go ahead and test the waters, bro. If you got money sitting aside that you're not using, it doesn't hurt to just go ahead and put it to work. And especially when it's something that could potentially be used at conferences in the future. Consider it. It's something I put a little money in there. I'm considering putting in more. I'm thinking about taking all my money in Robinhood that was in like Dogecoin and all that, selling every bit of it and purchasing more 1699 coin.
Yeah. I don't put anything in you're not willing to lose.
Yeah,
that's the best response for that.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree there. Don't try to risk it for the biscuit, people. We need to be very wise with our money and be good stewards of all that God has blessed us with. With that said, if you've got enough to try to, roll the dice and go for it, bro. That's what I'm doing. And I appreciate this, bro. Since I've got it, I've been watching the trending, and it's continually trending up. And I haven't seen any huge drops. And what that tells me is that the whales, for those who don't know, that's the dudes who put in a crap ton of money to basically make it go up and be valuable. They're holding. So that tells me that you have solid brothers who have put in, invested, and there's you've made like a covenant or a connection with one another and saying, hey, we're gonna hold so that we don't poop on somebody.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. like I said, bro, I'm not usually one to do a whole lot of interviews. I do debates and stuff, but I'm just wondering, what would your favorite cigar pairing be? Like, would you with, so what cigar with what drink?
I would probably say the 1689 Westminster Maduro um, with Elijah Craig single barrel.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, I really enjoyed the 1689 or the 1646 Westminster, like you were saying, but I would have it with my energy drinks because I can't drink uh, alcohol because I used to be a drunk, and so now when I take a sip, my body from my head to my toes it tingles, and I get this craving, and the Lord has made me a new creature in Christ, but my body is still fallen. And there's certain things that drugs have done to my body that it may take till the Lord comes back before it actually
Yep.
reverses.
Yep. The hope of glorification.
Amen. And I will drink a beer with you then, sir.
Yeah. Sounds great, man.
So I got a question. You said y'all do nicotine pouches.
Yeah.
Could you tell me a little bit more about that? Because I've heard about it being a possibility, but I haven't actually seen it yet.
Yeah. If you go to doorpouches.com, it'll lay out everything that we have from 3 milligrams up to 19 milligrams. Yeah.
19?
Yeah.
Woo, that's gangster, bro. Like I thought I was tough for sitting here holding a 9 in this whole time we've been talking. 19 is like that's some tough dudes right there.
Yeah. Some of the guys are going to get, they love them, man. They pop them like, yeah, I can't, I do a 6 and I'm done. I'm not really big on a pouch user, but a lot of the guys are.
Yeah, man, I keep one in all day. Like I keep 9 milligrams in pretty much all day. I probably ought not to because see, I used to smoke meth back in the day, so my teeth is jacked up anyways. Uh, so I probably ought to stop. But anyway, you said door pouches?
Yeah, dortpouches.com or dort.store, and it'll link you to our website.
Oh, Dort.
Mhm.
DORT?
Yep. It's like a cannon.
Yeah. I'm looking at the site now. That is awesome, bro. Let me just share this real quick because I want people to see. I want people to see how professional everything is, especially just. And I'm gonna share the 1689 cigar site too. Hits like a cannon. I love that, dude. And let me know if I start lagging because there's probably a pretty good chance. So we got sour. I don't think I want to try that. I probably would enjoy the coffee, maybe the sweet. Huh, cola. That's interesting. I've never. So we go 3, 7, 13, and 19. That's crazy, bro. So yeah, that's the site, guys. And so the 5 pack would be $20. That's a pretty dang good deal. Because as someone who purchases a whole lot of them, they're usually like $6 a piece at the store. So that's pretty dang good. And I don't know how much shipping is, but
$4 or $5.
okay, it's not bad, not bad. So let's go to 1689 cigars. We'll go ahead and. Oh wait, did I? I'm on the. One moment. Yes, I'm 21. Stop asking me all these questions. So when I first, I really love this. Just slide over, look at all of them. That's my favorite one. That one slaps.
Yeah, that's the Westminster Maduro. That thing is
Yeah,
really good.
yeah. I'm really loving Maduros. Yo, I gotta tell you about This one here, there, that Maduro, oh my gosh, dude, it busted me in the mouth. That thing, I ain't never had that much spice where I felt it in my chest and I was like, I'm gonna have to take a break. Like normally I don't have to take a break, but that thing, if somebody likes strong cigars, they need to check that one out.
Thing gotcha.
It didn't make me sick, but I had to put it down because I was getting a little heartburn. It may have been from what I ate too, because I got gastritis. So, or well, I did have it, but I still have a sensitive stomach. So, but yeah, the first one I really got into was this Connecticut here. I really enjoyed that one, and then I started really loving the Knox ones. And I really enjoyed this one and this one.
Yeah.
The two Maduros. This one was good, but it didn't. There's something about the 1646 was delightful to me. And then I've had a couple of these and enjoyed the prototypes. And then of course, being a cheapo, where are they? I've had a bunch of these at the bottom. I can't remember where they are. Basically, it was the jacked up ones. What are they called?
No, the budget smokes.
The budget smokes. Yeah, bro. And I say jacked up because you guys would sell them for cheaper because they had like a little crease in it and it didn't look perfect. Still smoke great.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So what would let's say you got a young buck who's coming up and he's talking about starting his own business. What advice would you give that young man?
If you're gonna do it, you're gonna have to have an actual plan. And if you don't have the plan, then it's probably not gonna work unless you are one of those guys that can function on not losing. So a lot of times, there's been a lot of times in our business where we thought, all right, this is the one. This is what sets us on the map. You know, we did Trump's inauguration cigar. I was at the inauguration. We're like, yeah, this is going to set us on the map, and it actually set us back almost $100,000 by doing that. And so there's a lot of times in your business where you can throw in the towel, or you can end up just pushing through. Like we could have thrown in the towel. I could have sold off the business. There's a couple guys that wanted to buy it, and I would have made some money, but then I would have lost all the years that I put into it, all the branding. I would not have a generational business to hand off to, future children, Lord willing. And so the risk is really good, but the reward is even better. Like, I'm pretty risk avert. I have to have people around me that say, don't do this because that is going to absolutely demolish this business or this company. If I see something, I'm like, oh, this is a good idea. I might just jump. And so the big thing about me is I need people to hold me back sometimes. And so that's what my business partners do.
Nice. Yeah, it's good to have people like that in your life. So I'm similar. Uh, I'm a go getter, bro. And if I see a ministry and I think there's a door that's opening, I'm gonna fly through that thing. And sometimes I bust my head when the door slams on me. Sometimes I trip and fall over my feet and hurt my shoulder a little bit. But now because I'm a pastoral intern, and so the pastors that are around me and that are leading me, they are helping me slow down and just like discuss with them, hey, should you do this? Like it may be the good thing, but maybe you ought to consider what's the best thing. And so I
Yeah.
think that's good listening to many counselors. There's wisdom in a multitude of counselors, as Scripture says. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, have you received any like pushback since starting a cigar company? I mean, like we're Christians, you know. There's Christians out there who are like, "Oh, your cigars, that's so bad. I can't believe you." Is anybody you had any of that?
Well, I mean, I come from an independent fundamentalist background, so yeah, I mean, we've had a lot of that, but that's kind of died down because I've just doubled down and tripled down on stuff that, you know, one of those things where I'm like, okay, I'm going to do me, you do you, and we can agree to disagree. And I don't have time to debate that anymore.
Yeah, yeah, I'm with you. I was curious about that because like I've had a lot of people actually attack me and my channel because I'll smoke 1689 cigars in the shorts and
Yeah,
tell people, hey, this is what this cigar tastes like to me. Maybe you ought to try it. And they're like, you shouldn't cause your brother to stumble. And I'm like, I'm not. You know, if somebody says, it's not like a brother has come to me and's like, hey, I am addicted to smoking cigars and I have a nicotine addiction. It would be causing him to stumble if I offered him a cigar after knowing that. Like it would be
yeah,
causing someone to stumble, Chance, if I was chilling with you and I just told you I struggle, you know, back in the day, I struggled with alcohol and you offered me some alcohol. That would be causing somebody to stumble,
yeah,
potentially, if I did it.
yeah,
Um, it's not causing someone to stumble if we simply thank God for what we have and glorify Him in the public sphere through partaking of the good gifts that He has given us. Like nowhere does Scripture say you have to hide in your basement to smoke cigars. You
yeah. You only have to do that if you're a fundamentalist.
know, right? And they do, acting like I ain't played poker with some IFB people. Come on, man. No, actually, I probably haven't. It's usually Methodist.
Are those even Christians? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I guess it just depends. Like if there's a certain form of Methodist that I would be like, no, absolutely not. They are not. I tell people all the time, uh, I used to be a Methodist, a crystal Methodist, and then I became a Christian.
So, yeah,
But
man.
yeah, man. Do you so before we hop off here, because I got to get a lot of schoolwork done. I'm working on my MDiv, and we got it's finals week, and boy, I'm telling you, I'm cooked. Before we hop off here, do you have any last things that you would like to say to the audience? Where can they find you? Anything like that?
Yeah, find me on Facebook, X. You can visit our websites. They're simple, 1689cigars.com, 1689 Armory. We have a distillery that's coming out as well. So there's a lot of stuff going on. But you know, a lot of times it's a lot of hard work, but over time, um, I think it'll be a blessing to you guys if you enjoy these things. And then if you need personal protection, go pick up body armor.
Amen. And unfortunately, I cannot have body armor because I'm a felon.
Oh, felons can have body armor, I think.
I think from what I've looked up in my state, I don't think we're allowed it.
Oh,
But
really?
I could be wrong. But I know that I can have I can have like a muzzle loader. I can have any sort of old school weaponry. I can't show you because last time I showed it on YouTube, they gave me a strike because I was showing off my 1851 Pieta Navy that I keep loaded up in the house in case somebody try to run in and act a little crazy. Got something for them.
Yeah.
Daggum, daggum balls on that thing bigger than the end of my finger.
Yeah.
People
Hey,
laugh when I pull it out. They're like, "That ain't gonna hurt nobody." I'm like, "Oh yeah, watch this," and then I shoot something. Oh yeah, it will.
yeah, man. I have. I won't pull up anything, but I have some custom ARs next to us that we released a couple months ago. So
Nice. Well, uh, hopefully I'm wrong about the body armor thing, and I can purchase some because that's actually something that uh, I've been looking into. Because look, man, my mother-in-law is like, why do you need that? Why do you need weaponry? And I'm like, well, number one, to protect my family from invaders. Number two, to protect my family from the government in case they try to get crazy. And number three, to make sure the government knows, hey, you obey the people. Don't forget that, because we can go to war. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are important things. If all the people don't have weaponry, all of a sudden the government has us under their thumb, and we can't really do anything about it. So,
Yeah.
and as far as protecting yourself, the bad guys are always gonna have guns because why they ain't gonna obey any laws. So
Yeah.
that's why I have them.
So, yeah. Wonderful, man. Well, thank you for your time. I really appreciate having me on your podcast.
Yeah, bro, it was an honor to meet you, and I pray the Lord's blessings on you and your family.
Yeah, you as well.
Have a good one. All right, guys, that was another podcast with the Twitchy Theologian. That was awesome. I really enjoyed it. I pray that you guys will go check out 1689 Cigars. They chancing this people's been a blessing to me. Check out the meme coin and consider getting it. You can get it at moonshoot.com and check out the 1689 coin there. And let me remind y'all, man, this is brought to you by snakecrusherproducts.online. I could not do this if it wasn't for snakecrusherproducts.online. Go check out their products. They got something for men, women, dogs, cats. They got it all. And use promo code Twitchy for 15% off. Thank you, guys. And until next time, you stay twitchy, Internet.